If you wonder where tea truly began, the answer points back to China again and again, in both history and biology. The earliest written traces show up in ancient Chinese texts. The Book of Odes, also called Shi Jing, and the Erya include early references connected to tea dating back to around 600 BC. Additionally, archaeologists also found tea remains in the Han Yangling Mausoleum, and the evidence dates to about 2,100 years ago. That is one of the oldest confirmed examples of tea that was already being used and prepared. In other words, more than 2,000 years ago, people were already harvesting tea leaves, processing them, and preserving them for use. You can almost picture it. Tea as something real and tangible, not just a word on a page. Then in 758 AD, during the Tang Dynasty, a scholar named Lu Yu wrote what many people called the first complete book about tea, the Classic of Tea. He described tea as a remarkable plant of the south, and he even recalled how tea planted cloud looked completely different, depending on where they grew. Some were small, only about 13-25 inches tall, and others were so large that it could take two people to wrap arms around the trunk. His notes make one thing clear. Tea is not just shape or one style. It changes with the land, and that is part of why China later developed such a wide range of teas and flavors. Especially in the Yunnan Guizhou Plateau, which many consider as one of tea's original homes, with its mountains and misty climate, where tea plants can grow naturally. Even today, ancient wild tea trees still live there, like quite reminder of tea's earliest beginnings. And here's a detail I love, because it shows how tea traveled. Many languages around the world use a word that sounds like cha, while many others use a word that sounds like tea in Spanish and tea in French. Both sounds trace back to Chinese pronunciations, and they follow different trade routes as tea spread across continents. So whether you hear cha or tea, you are hearing an echo of where the story started. That story, written in old pages sealed in ancient tombs, carried in the sounds of languages and yet still breathing in the mountains where wild tea trees stand.